Drop your comments or questions below about this video. Let's go meet the oncologist. So prior to getting there, I did some extensive research on everything, all the information I was given on completely everything I could think about. Whatever that was open up on that World Wide Web, I dug into it and I created a 3-ring binder full of information on anything and everything breast cancer. The medicine, the chemo, didn't really dig into anything radiation wise. The mastectomy part, because I knew that they would have to remove this breast. There was no lumpectomy for me. So, just knowing that right off, hey, look into it. Be aware is my biggest thing. Find out as much information as you possibly can. It helps along the way because the journey is not easy. Ask questions. No question is never small enough, believe me. Before you even get to your oncologist, write down all the questions you want to ask that oncologist. So my big old 3-ring binder, I had everything from the beginning of anybody need to contact, all the way to the very end of, hey, I'm thinking this thing is going to be over, right? So here we are at the oncologist, families with me, just those that are in home. And so talking to the oncologist, good thing I did my research. I'm able to speak the oncologist language. Like, yeah, let's get this thing going. And it got to a point where it's kind of funny, people are different, but it's kind of funny how he started like looking at me like, how do you know my language, And this is just a matter of educating yourself, and some people don't like it when you kind of, neck to neck, toe to toe, head to head with them. But you got to be that for yourself. If you're not your biggest advocate, this ain't a journey anybody can go down. As far as your health is concerned, as far as your life is concerned, you be your biggest advocate. Okay? Because no one cares about you more than you. All right? So, like I said, head to head, toe to toe. And then, he starts talking about the chemotherapy. And I'm like, yep, I'm aware. Side effects. Then he busts out and he just says this one thing. He says, oh, and you're going to lose your hair. I said, okay. Like, tell me something I don't know. So, of course, I had my list of questions. And so I started asking him a lot of different questions. I don't have my book with me, so I do apologize for that, but I will get it. And I will come back into this and talk about this as a part 1 of this video, which is video 2, meeting the oncologist. While I still have you, please, how can I put it? Drop your comments, questions below, again, about this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share for alerts. The description also has other links directly related to me, and those be updates as they come. Because again, this is a it's a new channel, and I'm excited about everything. Nervous, yes, but also excited. So, telling my story is one thing that I have been asked for years. So here I am again, back at the meeting the oncologist. So after him, telling me, oh, you're going to lose your hair. And so I began to ask all of those weird questions for him. He kind of put it because he could not even answer half the questions that I wrote down for him. Again, I did the research and all he really did was tell me what I was able to research. But I needed to know more. I needed to understand, more of the scientific part of the why. So I can better understand my body, look back into what did I do or what could I have done differently to maybe have avoided this. So, after a series of questions, getting down to it, looking at my lab work, looking at scans, he's checking everything to figure out what the next step is going to be. So, in all of this, we're just waiting, we're waiting. Then, something that I did not expect, because I do remember that the first thing they was going to do, that's the reason why I saw the surgeon first. First thing they was going to do is put the port in. So I was ready to get that done. Go ahead on and get the process started. And then, of course, the next thing's supposed to be, let's go with the, if you chose the chemotherapy, let's go. So that's what I chose. So it was going to be chemotherapy. So let's go, poison, right? No, but yes, because here you are, you're trying to survive, and, you're hearing everything now. Let's do it holistically. You got to do this, and you got to do this, and you got to do this. So everything is being thrown at you all at one time. And trust me, from your own research and everything else that is going to come flowing at you, woo, it's a big load. It is heavy, 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 heavy. So again, I'm trying to gather all this information before I even talk to my family about what happened, what's going on, and what's going to happen next. So, again, I'm looking back at, okay, my lifestyle. I'm looking back at, anything I put toxic in my body. I'm looking back at my eating habits, and they're all been good, life is life. Who's not going to have something fried? Who's not going to have a drink? And most people smoke and some don't, but, life is life. And you want to enjoy life. You want to live your life. You want to raise kids. If you have kids, animals, this, that, and the third. So, no, I'm not saying all that for anybody, bottom line, I ain't saying all that for anybody to judge anybody, because it's not, pretty much when I found out, hold on, the oncologist came back in the room. And after, being on the phone with another physician, he said, before we start chemo, we need to do a small surgery where they go in through the underarm of the side of the breast that's affected to remove lymph nodes, to see if the cancer has spread it throughout the lymphatic system. So I was not ready for that. So I said, hold on, what is this? And all the series of questions that I asked you, why this never came up, and that makes things really frustrated, because it's like, why withhold that kind of information? But then the reasons are always, everybody's different. Your lab work is different. Your scans are different. Everything is different. So not one person goes through the same thing that another person has. The journey is always different. So love your journey. Love yourself through your journey. Pray for yourself. Pray for the world. Pray for yourself. Because this is hard. So here we go. First surgery. Unexpected surgery. Because I'm thinking a mastectomy was going to be the first surgery. No. So, yeah. So here we go. We're finna get into the surgeries. So the very first surgery that's about to come up is to remove so many lymph nodes and to see what they look like, and if they have spread it. If the cancer has spread it throughout my lymphatic system, and if it has, that means I got another problem that I did not know existed. So stay with me. I'll be back. Again, just remember, cancer is just a thorn. Nothing more, nothing less. Sheila's out.